I'm William R. Barr. I'm Vice President of Safety and Compliance with Amherst Madison Incorporated here in Charleston, West Virginia. Well, I've been in the safety and compliance position since 2001, February of 2001, and it began as a responsible carrier coordinator when Amherst was we got involved in the responsible carrier program in 1999. And in 2001, February, I came into the program, managed compliance and safety management program since then. We've made great strides. We've come a long way. Our safety culture's improved tremendously, and you can ask any one of our crew members and they'll tell you that. Well, I am fortunate in the fact that I'd worked on the boats in the summers. Started with Amherst in 1970 while I was going to college and had to help pay for my room and board, and had experience on the boats from the summers of 70, 71, 72, and then after graduation, 73 through 74. That experience is invaluable. Well, I became interested in the river as a career starting in junior high school. My father had a good friend who used to have a license, a steamboat pilot's license, and he used to work for a company in Charleston called the West Virginia Sand and Gravel Company, and his family owned that. He had this first-class pilot's license, and he also worked in the construction department at Union Carbide. He said, well, you know, I keep my license up in case things go bad on the hill. I can go back to the river and have another career there. So that got the wheels rolling about the possibility of getting involved in the river industry. So that goes back to junior high school days. And then when I was going to college, I had to have a means of helping pay for my room and board, so I applied to 2 different companies to work on the river in 1970, and Amherst was the one that answered my letter and said they could put me to work, and I was a flunky in the galley and a striker in the engine room, so I got my hands dirty. I wanted to learn the river business from the bottom up, and so it grew from there. I came full-time with Amherst in 75, in September of 75, and I've been here ever since. Had many different jobs, and in February of 2001, the opportunity was given me to be the responsible carrier coordinator, and I've been involved in that ever since, working to improve our safety culture, which we've made great strides in that. It's always a challenge because being human nature, we're subject to failure, and a lot of times we'll do something that allows the holes in the Swiss cheese, as Mr. Reason's Swiss cheese model talks about, they'll line up and allow us to have an incident happen. So it's an ongoing process. Well, as I mentioned, I've worked on the river, so river experience is very valuable. Knowing what's going on, being exposed to know what the risks are, and having that, it's very worthwhile. Plus, if you have any kind of marine certificate, merchant mariner's document, and so forth, the education that you undergo to get involved in that is a plus as well. I know that schools offer degrees in safety today, but the most you can learn and read about the topic is also good. I've never read so much for any job before as I have for this one, and just have to have there's always rooms for improvement, and I don't like to see people get hurt. It hurts me when they're hurt. It's just one of those things you have to practice every day. You can't slack on it. Well, I got involved in the river industry from the historical aspect, and that started, as I said, in the 60s. And we joined an organization called the Sons and Daughters of Pioneer Rivermen. And in that group, it kind of made the river come alive because there was lots of people in that organization that had worked on the river and continued to work on the river. And I'd met a man named Jesse P. Hughes who had drawn from memory for his first-class pilot's license the river from Pittsburgh to Catlettsburg, and he also drew the whole Kanawha River. Later on, he came to Marietta, Ohio, and lived in a retirement home. And I'd go up and visit him after class, and have him on tape from his experiences. And of course, the sons and daughters helped the river industry kind of come alive for you too. And from that, that helped blossom my interest in the river.
Thanks for tuning in to Who Works the Rivers Wednesday. Check back the first Wednesday of every month to view new videos about the different careers available in the maritime industry. Or visit riverworksdiscovery.org/river-careers to learn more about careers on the river.